Hey everyone, so today we got the skill kit for a new seasonal hero, and just like the other ones, this season hero is looking to be very good. I haven't seen one that has disappointed yet. I mean, we've had Nero, we've had Rosalie, we've had Ashlyn, um, Girinol, so just a lot of really good seasonal heroes, and I think this one's gonna be the same. So let's talk about, just her trait and her skill kit, and then I'll talk about where I think she's going to be useful. Let's just get into it. So her name's Aliz. She's a wood unit. So I think she's going to be really good for Rift of Chaos Water. So that's nice. So her trait is Third Strike. It says upon reaching 3 rage, replaces the basic ability with You're Out. So her basic ability is Laser Slam, but if she gets 3 rage, Laser Slam is then going to be replaced with You're Out. So You're Out says deals 150% damage to an enemy plus true damage equal to 15% of the target's max health. So that's huge. And then it says it also steals 1 positive effect from them. If there's no positive effects, if no positive effects are stolen, it applies stun that can't be resisted to them for 1 turn. So the first question I have here, and we'll have to see whenever the unit actually comes out, is the way that this is worded here, where it says also steals 1 positive effect from them. If no positive effects are stolen, it applies stun that can't be resisted. I am a little worried that the positive effect being stolen will need focus. If it needs focus, I think it gets a little tricky in how you build her for Rift of Chaos. But anyway, her Ascended trait, which is most likely going to be A5 like Rosalie and Nero, it says upon reaching 3 rage, it replaces the basic ability and then automatically launches You're Out with a bonus attack. So she gets 3 rage, and then she goes right into You're Out. It doesn't just replace it, and then next go around, you get to use it. So, anyway, her normal basic ability, without upon reaching the 3 rage, says it's Laser Slam. It deals 100% damage to an enemy and removes 1 positive effect on the target, and that cannot be resisted. That is very good. And then it says if the target has no positive effects, launches a bonus attack with the basic ability, also gains 1 rage. So, very, very cool. You can build her in a couple different ways. Let's finish the kit here. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, it says before taking area damage on her special ability, it gains speed up and damage down for 2 turns. So she's going to be pretty tanky. Just by her passive, so you don't have to worry about a whole lot of sustain, like health and things like that. And then it says it also launches a counterattack with the basic ability and applies defense down to the target for 2 turns. That does not mention anything about can't be resisted or anything like that, so you're going to need focus for that ability. And it says counterattack can't be triggered by triggering skills. So what that means is a little confusing. Can't be triggered by... So I think what that means is basically the counterattack... Like if somebody has a counterattack trigger or one of their special abilities triggers and hits her, she won't then counterattack with this. I think that's what that means. And then her ultimate ability is Home Run. It deals 240% damage to an enemy and gains 1 rage, then removes the target from battle until the end of the next round, ignoring all positive effects on them. If the target has no allies and thus cannot be removed from battle, 100% of their defense is ignored. This is actually a really cool ultimate skill. It's the first of its kind of, where you're taking somebody from battle. It's really weird. We don't know how that interaction is going to work until we actually get to test the hero. But from a Rift of Chaos standpoint, ignoring 100% of the target's defense is nuts. So this is going to do a lot of damage. So, let's talk about this a little bit, okay? So the basic ability that she has originally, Laser Slam, is really, really good for Rift of Chaos. The fact that it can't be resisted is amazing because all you need to do is build her with high resistance and damage stats, because her special ability already gives her a little bit of sustain with the damage down. You're most likely bringing a character that has crit rate down or attack down. It's possible to bring those characters into Rift of Chaos. So I do think she's going to have a little bit of sustain already. So her Laser Slam is just really good because, like I say, you just need to build her high resistance so she doesn't get frozen. But the problem is if her Laser Slam is replaced with Third Strike and then you need Focus to steal the positive effect on the Rift of Chaos boss, that makes her a lot more difficult to build. And it's not very good, actually, in my opinion. It's kind of counterproductive, the trait and the basic, because the trait is really good for something like PvP, but the normal basic is really good for Rift of Chaos. And once it replaces it, it becomes worse if it can be resisted. But this game is really funny with stuff like that. Sometimes resistance isn't needed, sometimes it is, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The other thing that I'm interested in about the trait is it doesn't say anything about a cooldown. Like, as soon as she gets 3 rage, does she automatically get You're Out? Or is it one of those things where as soon as you use You're Out, you then go back to Laser Slam? Because if that's the case, I'm sure there is some kind of way to build her. And then if it's like a one-time use, then her Ascended ability actually gets a lot better because she'll already remove the shield from the boss with her basic, and then she'll go into her You're Out ability and then do that big damage, and then when it comes back around where she gets attacked with the AoE ability from the water boss, then she'll remove that positive effect, build up the rage and all that stuff all over again. So pretty cool, if it works that way. Now, if it just replaces it, then I actually think it's worse. So I'd like for it to just loop. If it loops, it's really cool and really, really good. I think it's going to work that way. I don't think it will just replace it. So that's interesting. But yeah, the true damage of 15%, the Rift of Chaos water boss takes true damage, unlike the fire boss. So just really, really good ability if it works the way I think it's going to work. So her special ability, like I said, is just really good for damage mitigation on the Rift of Chaos water boss. Also, being able to counterattack with her basic ability to remove the the shield from the boss is amazing, especially because it can't be resisted. And then it also gains her 1 rage, so she's going to be looping a lot. So really, really great special ability. It would be so awesome if the defense down couldn't be resisted, but I don't know, maybe she would have been too strong. And then the ultimate ability, there's a lot of question marks here, right? From a PvP perspective, whenever it removes the target from battle, it's I don't know where the person comes into the turn order. I'm expecting it to be the same kind of turn order. I don't know if they have positive effects on them, if they come back with the same positive effects, or if they're removed. Like, there's a lot of things that can be really cool with this effect. And then just from the Rift of Chaos perspective, ignoring 100% of the defense is going to do a lot of damage. So she's going to be doing true damage on top of ignoring defense, every maybe 4 turns. I'm guessing that's what the ultimate ability's cooldown is going to be. And it looks like the books end up reducing the cooldown as well. So this hero, I think, is for someone who does not have Ackerly, the poison hero. I think it's a really good replacement for Hyunwoo. I actually think it complements Hyunwoo a lot. I'm really interested to see what teams I can come up with. So actually, let's jump into the game and take a look at some possible teams real quick. Okay, so looking at teams right now, like if you look at Rift of Chaos and the teams that are available for stage 12. Right now you have these Ackerley teams, which is a really nice cheese kind of team with poison damage. If you have Ackerley, this hero probably won't make any difference for your team compositions. When it comes to Jocasta, like it's so weird. There's a bunch of different compositions that are available to you, but you need one or two specific heroes to make sure that the compositions work. I don't have Ackerley, so I don't know like what all is needed. Like if Jocasta is still needed, Book Jocasta is needed, and things like that. But if you go through here, you see there's bleed teams with Barclay. You have a cheese team here, which has been there since the beginning. If you have Muriel, there's a lot of things that open up. If you have one of the twins, a lot of things open up. Badmar, Atara to remove the bomb, heals for the AoE. A lot of things available, right? The way that I've been running Rift of Chaos is like this. So I've been using Shane just to have Hyunwoo be my huge damage dealer. You have Jocasta there to eat the big hits, and then you have Seema to actually cleanse a lot of the freezes on the heroes that don't have high resist. And then I have Rachel in there for the additional buffs, and then for shield removal. So I actually think that this is an opportunity for this new seasonal hero to fill this role for me. What I can do is I can end up building her just really high resistance, and she'll fit into this slot really nicely. She'll be able to remove the shield and do additional damage on this boss along with Hyunwoo, and then Shane just giving all of these bonus damage, because Aliz ends up rotating back to all of these attacks, especially if she's ascended. She does the counter attacks with her basic ability. Her basic ability does additional attacks. So Shane's passive is actually going to be really, really strong with her. So this would be the team that I'm running. I could build Shane with really high resistance as well as Aliz, and then I could have Seema make sure that she's always removing the freeze from Hyunwoo, and I just build him huge damage stats, right? So that's the ideal team for me. Now, if you don't have Hyunwoo, I think Seema is still a really nice option. I think Rachel actually fits really well into this comp as well. So if you have Rachel but no Hyunwoo, I think having Aliz as your main damage dealer can be super good as well. I think you just need to build Rachel with really high resistance this way. If you build her with really high resistance, she'll never be getting frozen, and then Seema will just remove the freeze from Aliz. Now, this could kind of get wonky with how the mechanics of this boss works. Like if she tries to counterattack before the freeze goes up or something like that from Seema, then this comp isn't really that great. But this is something that opens the door for people that don't have Hyunwoo, don't have Ackerley, don't have Muriel. There's a bunch of different ways that this comp can work now. So I'm actually so excited for this seasonal hero because it's going to help me personally clear Rift 12. I truly believe that. So I'm pretty excited. I do want to let you guys know that I'm going to be streaming on Twitch tomorrow, Tuesday, at 11 Central Time, 11:30 Central Time. So 12:30 Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. And then I'll be doing the same thing Thursday. So we'll be testing out some builds on Thursday when we stream. And then Tuesday, we're just going to be doing normal things tomorrow, just hanging out, talking about maybe the patch and things like that. So if you want to come check that out tomorrow, Tuesday on September 5th, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then we're going to be doing the same time on Thursday. I will put it up on my Twitch, my schedule, and then I'll also link to it down below. So I'm really excited about this unit, guys. I hope you guys are as well, and that's all I got for you today. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.